what Justin Peters said, very, very bold, because this is the Puritan Conference. The Puritan Conference is happening in October, and Ligon Duncan is speaking at it. So let me just say, Justin Peters speaking out against Ligon Duncan is very bold. He did it very gracefully, as he does everything that he attempts to do ministry-wise. He does it with a lot of grace and truth, and he went for it. And he did it at the Grace to You Truth Matters conference. Justin Peters said the following.
Now, I want to be careful here, because I want to show you a clip from a man who is not at all a false teacher, but I'll show you this just to give you an example of how pernicious the tenets of social justice are, and how it is infiltrating even some of our doctrinally sound, soteriologically reformed circles.
So very, very important. If he holds to social justice, my question is, how is it that he's not teaching falsely? He teaches falsely. So there's a question for us here. If someone teaches falsely on one area, are they a false teacher? Well, they teach falsely in one area. How much involvement should we have with a person based on their error in one position? The social justice movement is a very important subject right now, a very important topic.
So I want to show you a clip from Ligon Duncan. And Ligon Duncan is not, again, he is not a false teacher, but sadly he has, to varying degrees, I suppose, compared to others, but he has been blown about to some extent by the winds of social justice. So watch this. He wrote the foreword, by the way, to Eric Mason's book, Woke Church. But watch this clip from Ligon Duncan, and we'll talk about how sad this is, really. Watch.
Can you imagine the gospel impact if Bible-believing Protestants, Methodists, Baptists, Presbyterians had said of their Bible-believing Christian brothers and sisters in Baptist churches and elsewhere, you're not going to kill our brothers and sisters in Christ. You're not going to defraud our brothers and sisters in Christ. You're not going to wrongfully imprison our brothers and sisters in Christ. You're not going to mistreat our brothers and sisters. Can you imagine the gospel impact of that? And, you know, it's going to take us 100 years to overcome the trust issues that have come out of that.
It's going to take us 100 years to come out of the trust issues. You see, as Daryl Harrison was saying yesterday.
Okay. Play you a little bit more. I think I already played that portion. So here's the last segment I want to play for you.
You know, I tell people my very best black friends have trouble trusting me for really good reasons. Because people like me have been doing awful things to them and to their families for 4 centuries.
That is such a disheartening thing to hear. And again, we would agree with Ligon Duncan on the vast majority of theological points. On soteriology, we would agree with him, but you see how pernicious social justice is. And this is one of the things that alarms me so much about social justice. I am obviously very concerned about the charismatic abuses, word faith, and all that stuff. But in our circles, we have people in our pews to one degree or another who are listening to a Joyce Meyer or a Joel Osteen or a Kenneth Copeland. We have that, but what we've never had in our circles, we've never had any prominent preachers actually preaching word faith, theology, charismatic stuff. You know,